Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. Well, happy Friday. I know it's been a little while since we've been doing Friday streams. And so today is special because today is Good Friday, isn't it? So I don't have classes in the evening, so I'm here with you. So yes, so since last Saturday, if you've been following me, that we started a 1 week venture of 14 count stitching. For me personally, but ultimately we are sort of spending a week doing a relaxing lower count fabric project. And I started this project with you and last Saturday, and we're coming full circle. We started with this piece and we're coming back to this piece, okay? And today is going to be the last day of our retreat week. And tomorrow we're back to our Amy Stewart so on Saturday, okay? Just something to look forward to. And I'm looking forward to see how I felt about, stitching something that's maybe 25 or 28. I don't know what I'm going to be stitching tomorrow just yet. But today, my focus is on this piece. This is the center of my universe for the next few hours. And this piece is not by Hate for a Change, okay? This is by Stitch is So Beautiful. This is charted by Stitch is Beautiful. But this piece of artwork is from an artist. Let me just show you the markup first, okay? And then you can appreciate why I chose it. There you go. Oh, so adorable. And I just love this image. And this piece is called Festive Seascape, and is charted by Stitch is So Beautiful, and it's based on an artwork from an artist called Karla, Gerard, I think. If I have pronounced it incorrectly, please let me know. But that's how it reads. Karla starts with K and Gerard. So if you want the full title accurately, you can look at the description. So this piece, I was so drawn to this artist's work, and I had a few candidates in mind, and this one was my final choice, and I really adore it. I love the style is so stylized, and also the color scheme as well. And this piece, as I said, I started on Saturday, okay, and started from upper left. So and by the way, this piece is small, okay? It's kind of equivalent of mini for Heaven and Earth, something like that, but with a few more colors in comparison. So I started from the upper left, and this is the full size of the piece. Let me show you the stitch count, sort of stitch numbers. It's 250 by 200. So this is small for a Stitch is So Beautiful. I think majority of them probably around this size. And so I started from upper left, working with a typewriter method. I had not done that for a little while, and I really enjoy it. I think it sort of works really well. And I did, if you remember what I did, so the last time I worked with you on this piece was last Tuesday, and I did a little bit of homework since. You probably noticed that there's a little bit of a development there, and I couldn't wait, and so I stitched a little bit. And so this is where I am, okay? So currently I'm just under 2%. 2%. I'm being really optimistic. Normally I'll say 1.7 because, with larger pieces, it might take a while before you get to 2%. But hopefully with this one, it won't be too long. So even though this is a small piece, quote unquote, small, the number of colors is not that small. If you look at the bottom on the left side panel, it's 110 colors. So fair number of color changes within this number of stitches. And so, yes, I have been warned that Stitch is so beautiful. Their charts tend to be, they're a little bit of confetti party going on there. But I'm ready. I'm embracing, whatever's coming my way. And so I'm going to start with a sprint. A new sprint. This is simply a counter for my stitches, and it's going to capture the number of stitches. Yesterday we got kicked out, didn't we? But I I posted on our Facebook group and updated everybody my stitch count as well. So yesterday I did just slightly over 200 before we got kicked out. And today let's see how we go today, and just a nice and relaxing session here. And we're not chasing numbers, are we? And but it's always rewarding and encouraging to look at the numbers. So hello Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. And let's have a look. Who have I got here with me today? Hello to all of you. And apologies for yesterday. We got kicked out. I don't know what happened. Internet being internet, if it happens today, we just come back for another stream. Okay, so the regulars know by now our drill. And if we get kicked out for any reason, just look at the channel page, and normally you'll probably see a new stream being posted there, okay? And we're me there. We just roll with it, okay? So let's have a look. We have Rajal. Hello. Rajal says happy Stitching Friday. Wonderful. And a happy Stitching Friday to you, Rajal. And Sarah as well. Oh, Sarah is coming to the chat with a quote today. She says, as long as we're in conflict with our body, we cannot find peace of mind. I know, because body and mind, they're connected. It sounds like cliche, but it's not. And if we are not happy with how we perceive our body, this is our vessel. We live in this vessel, and if you're not happy with it, you're constantly in battle with it, and the mind cannot find rest. So, let go of the judgment. I think majority of judgment we have for ourselves are coming from within. So let that go. And, you're halfway to freedom. And let's have a look. And we also have Michelle as well. Michelle says, hello, waving with two hands. Hello, Michelle. Are you working today? Are you reporting from work club today? I hope you can join us for a spot of relaxing stitching for a change. And Clara as well, hello, is here with us, and sound stitching as well. And Busy Mum reporting from work club. We salute to you. All the stitchers from work club, we're here, having a relaxing time stitching. And you have to be at work, but hopefully it won't be long. And Lizzie as well, hello, good evening. And Susan as well in the UK here. And Suzanne in Europe, and Laura in heaven, kitty heaven. Laura's got 19 kitties, and I adore those pictures. And so many of them are kittens. I just cannot, I can't. And Daria as well. Yes, happy Easter to you as well. And Gayla, hello, good to see you. And who else have we got? Linda Diamonds, hello. And Alice. Oh, is it a new friend? I don't know. If not, hello again. Alice, welcome. And 8 Moon Face is here as well, back with us. Faces, rather. Mary Solas, hello. And Tracy Parker, good to have you. And who else have we got? Is it Renee? Renelle, hello. And it's Saturday morning. Oh, right. So where Renelle is tomorrow already. Early in the morning. I think Renelle is probably in Australia or New Zealand, somewhere like that. And Clover Stitcher, well, good to see you. It's been a little bit. And who else have we got? Rachel Morton as well. And Jacqueline, good to see you. And oh, Michelle has got a stitch today. Wonderful. It makes me very happy. And Janine as well, right on time. And here we go. And good to see you, everyone. Let me know what you're working on today. Today is our the last day of our retreat together. Okay, so the last few days, the past week, we do a lower fabric count stitching for those who are joining in, and also we have a spot of yoga every day, and there's no exception today. We're gonna join together and do a spot of yoga as well, and I hope you're gonna feel great with the body and the stitching as well. So this piece, yes, this is a 14 count journey for me. So this is a 14 count fabric, and this fabric actually has a little bit of blue tint as well. So it's not pure white, and I started from upper left corner, as I said, starting using typewriter method. And if you don't know what typewriter method, do not worry. I will be demonstrating live here on Yogi's Dream, and I'll explain a little bit. It's a fun way of doing it. It's I like to change my method from time to time. It makes everything fresh, and it's been really interesting about sort of listening to how everybody work with this method in terms of decision making on where to go with the stitches. And I think Janine is also parking as well, isn't it? I had a little look on our Facebook group, and so there's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's a method, and you can change it up to make it work for you, as long as it makes sense to you. So this piece, I'm actually stitching with CXC. And talking about CXC, let me grab my set here. Yes, here we go. So I've got everything ready here other than my floss. So I'm using CXC 2-strand, and I'm generally happier stitching 2 strands with CXC. So this is my choice, and the coverage is pretty good, and the colors are very pretty, no problem at all. And so the only slight issue is that this chart is using quite a few, as far as I know, from one the first 35 colors from DMC palette, and I do not have the first 35 for CXC. So whenever I come across 1 to 35 numbers, I will blend in with DMC. Otherwise, it's CXC all along. So I am going to follow with the typewriter method. So I'll explain a little bit as I go, but I want to dig in and start stitching. Okay, so I am going to pick the stitch that's unstitched in the highest position. So it's the highest in terms of rows and also position. So I started from the upper left, so I'm going to look for the upper left highest stitch that's not been stitched yet, and using that as a guide, as a color selection. So so this is the only one that's left on this row. This is the highest row, and I think it may only be 1 stitch. This is one of those ninja stitches. Okay, 3, but not till the next row. So what I'm going to do is to pick the color 320. So the first color of my choice is 320. Here we go. And let me know what you're working on today with me in this relaxing Friday. And for majority of people, well, majority as in, if you have a 9-to-5 job, regular time job, today is the beginning of your weekend. Hello, Love Drunk. Hello. Renelle says, oh, yes. to respond to Lizzie, and she says, I have been on chat once long time ago, but short. Yes. I think, you know, a lot of people, well, let me bring on my work mode here. Let's have a look. And guys, would you excuse me just for a couple minutes here? There's just something I need to reply to, like now. So I will be back in about a minute. Bear with me. All right, I'm back. So sorry about that. It's work related, so I had to respond promptly. So I'm back. Here we go. Suzanne says this looks so good in 14 counts. Yes, I think it really works, doesn't it? The style itself is kind of chunky anyway, so it works really well with, you know, maybe up to 18 counts. So you get that kind of almost painting-like texture or tapestry kind of texture. Yeah, thank you, Renelle. She says pretty pattern. Yes, indeed. I just fell in love with it. So I had, if you remember, before I started this piece, I actually did a poll in the chat because there were two pieces that I kind of, you know, selected as the final two candidates, and overwhelmingly the chat went for this one, and I agree. I think it's a great choice. Let me just end this. There are two more stitches. They're literally just here. So I am probably going to break the rule slightly and stitch those in out of order because they're literally just there. I feel a little bit silly to pull a thread away and then later on, you know, stitch those two single stitches. So what I'm going to do is to just seat them out and just do them right here. It kind of makes sense. Suzanne says, I'm working on mini Valentine Nook. Beautiful. I think someone else is doing that one as well. That's a beautiful piece, isn't it? Rachel says, working on butterfly or butterly forest or butterfly forest. I don't know. By dimensions go. It's 14 count kip fabric. Very nice. Yes, we didn't get to do our dimension last Friday, but we will next week. I miss my Maggie as well. So literally just one more stitch in the surrounding area. Janine says, I bought a Karla and Gerard in the sale yesterday, a small one. Yes, yesterday. I don't know. I think it's just only for, I don't know how long the sale actually going to last. Maybe it's finished already. I think it's for Easter, maybe throughout Easter as well, guys. If you would like to, get patterns from Stitches So Beautiful, now is a good time because they're doing a sale. And I think there is a code you have to put in. So it's a little bit different from Heaven and Earth. Heaven and Earth, you go to the website, you can see that, things are being discounted. But for Stitches So Beautiful, you have to use the code. So follow the social media, Facebook or Instagram, you should be able to find the code. 320. So it's 50% off, which is very nice, very nice. Susan's working on view of garden. Lovely. And Tracy's stitching this one as well. Yes, Tracy's started this one a couple of days ago, probably the same time as Yogi. And Tracy says, I cannot put it down. It's so fun to stitch. I know. I just find the style so innocent. There's an innocence to it. And I'm very drawn to the artist. So Alice says, yes, I'm new. Oh, Alice is brand new then. Alice says, let me see if I can bring up so we can all say hello. Where is it? I don't know. I lost track. Where are you? Where are you? Yes, we have a new friend. Alice is here, and she says, I watched the recording for the last few days and was finally able to join live. Yes, wonderful. Welcome and say hello to Alice. We always welcome new friends. And Michelle says, I'm finishing the Campbell's soup can on 14 counts. Are you finishing it? Yes, I remember Michelle started that fun piece. Okay then, so the next highest position on stitch symbol is this one. So basically with typewriter method, you go row by row from left to right in order, follow the symbols and use those symbols as a color selection method. And once you pick the color, it's up to you how you want to stitch it. I do cross country kind of quite freely, just pick a direction and just stitch the surrounding area. And I tend to stitch until either my thread runs out or the stitches run out. If the next one is too far away, I stop. 934. 934. I do have one threaded already. And the great thing is you kind of leaving behind an area that's fully stitched because you're going row by row ultimately. So it's a little bit like color flow or Gemma's method. You don't have to go back and fill in stitches too much. And this one, I've got quite a few stitches here. And I think this artist's artwork is just perfect for cross stitching. It's just really beautiful. So Sound Stitching is reporting from work and say, I work today through Tuesday, 12-hour shifts. Oh, that's a long, long shift. But it's okay, we're here. We keep you company. I think it's quite nice if you're working the type of job that you are allowed to wear headphones, you know, so at least you can listen to something you enjoy. Some jobs, you might not be allowed to do that. If you work in retail, for instance, you probably wouldn't be allowed to wear headphones and that kind of stuff. Sarah says, I'm finishing the cross stitches on the swan and then we'll start the beads, probably get it done today. Oh yes, I saw that marker you posted. It's got like Russian or something. I don't know what language that was. I think it's Russian or something. There's an interesting pattern of swans. I didn't know it actually incorporating beads as well. That sounds like fun. I want to work with beads at some point. I keep saying it. I've only got enough thread to do one more here, and then I'm going to end it. And it's really addictive as well, this piece. And particularly on 14 counts, the colors, you know, all the thread really has the real estate to express it, if you know what I mean. I love sort of 25 counts, 28 counts. It's got its own sort of, you know, different kind of expression. But 14 counts, you know, the colors has sufficient space to go, hey, this is me. You know what I mean? With 28, for instance, you're relying on the, sort of definition, high definition, sort of fidelity, maybe that's the right word, to see the picture. Because, you know, when everything's so small, it's like when you have tiny pixels, everything just looks so sharp and high def. But with 14 count, it's kind of the opposite. Every single stitch has its space to go, hey, I'm here. And I love it. Hey, Lynn. Lynn says, hi, Yogi. You have completed the flower. Did you buy some more floss? Because that's what you lost. Very, very good. Lynn is paying attention here. Because the last session, well, you know what happened to my, floss, the mysterious disappearance of my whole bunch of floss that I've got. And indeed, but luckily, I think it's a great idea that I'm stitching with CXE because I've got two sets, Lynn. So I managed to find the other scan. So I lost an entire scan, basically probably about 10 colors, including one DMC. Number 19, I still don't have. So I need to figure out what to do. Maybe just stitch with replacement color or something. But I managed to find the second scan on the with the CXE set. So I have these ones for now. I don't know about the rest. Hopefully, it's not too bad. I can, I still have spare scan for these colors. A nice 3-4, a nice 3-6, nice 3-6. Yes, I still have not found my nice 3-6. It's a green, because otherwise it's going to be a big problem. A Moon Faces says, I finally getting to work on my moon cross stitch. Oh, A Moon, it's It's a mouthful. A moon faces. Are you the one that is stitching this kind of a moon image that's grayscale, like almost black and white, and it looks like a satellite picture of a moon and with some graphs? Dear Almighty, you're brave. If that's you, yes, I saw it on our Facebook group. And if you haven't joined, any of you have not joined our Facebook group, you're welcome to. You get to see a lot of wonderful, wonderful webs. And yes, I was floored when I saw that. I was thinking, wow, there's one brave stitcher choosing to stitch something like that. It's literally just grayscale. Black and white photos of what looks like a satellite or photo image of the moon. You can see the craters, whatever's happening on the moon, aliens, probably a few aliens waving there. And it's mostly black, isn't it? So you can probably join Sarah in the 310 stitching. That's a very, very unique piece. Susan says, I love the bottom flowers border. I think that's going to be a fun stitch. I think the whole piece is going to be really fun. Maybe the houses. The houses, I love the look of the houses, but there are some white stitches, right? So probably divide and conquer. I don't know what stitching method I would be doing when I get there. But, you know, one way or the other, I'll find ways to do it. And also my fabric is not completely white, so hopefully that's going to help a little bit. Ah, so it's a butterfly forest. I thought it's a butterleaf forest. Well, that sounds good too. Butter stitching. And Alice says, currently working on a new piece inspired by The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. Oh, I love his disciples' work though. Egon Schiele. That was kind of one of my inspirations when I used to paint. It's very stylized as well, isn't it? Hey, Kelly. Kelly's quote plus is here. Lizzie's working on 20 count today. Yes, it's still within the comfort zone, I'm guessing. If it's easy going to you, that's all it counts. Hey, Sidrit. Sidri says, good evening, Yogi and fellow viewers. Stitching the sun, of course. Beautiful piece. And just one stitch here I'm going to do. No. And I think, depending how it goes, with colors that they're probably, you know, colors that's got more stitches, I probably, instead of folding my thread in half, I'll probably take 2 pieces. So I've got a longer piece to work with, and I can go a little bit further. Getting slightly daring. The tragedy is going to strike, for sure. Alison Rennie, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. She says, working on stamp kit, autumn cat. 11 counts, amazing. Yes, I think Alison is the winner here. I was hoping someone will be working on 9 counts, but I think currently 11 counts is the winner. We're competing on lower counts. What's the lowest count, project one can get? Is there such a thing as 7 counts? Next one, 520. 520, I'll probably take 2 pieces because there are quite a few stitches here. 520. And Linda Diamond says, I'm working on my pastel village. And Renelle says, yay for me. I was able to read what Yogi said on captions on the phone. Really? Like live? Is there live captions on the phone? That's nice. Yes, I was wondering about that. Because some people might want to look at the captions instead. Okay, I'm going to start here. And A Moon Faces says, that's me. Looks like a poster diagram. It's actually dark green, grey, white, and creams. Not much black, really. Yes, it's kind of like dark grey, maybe not black. Yes, but it's kind of grayscale, isn't it? Well, an interesting choice. And what fabric count is it, though? I can't remember if you mentioned that. It's quite a brave choice because, you're kind of staying with those colors for a little while. Hey, Joyce. Hello, good evening. And I love your supportive chicken that you knitted. It's so pretty. I didn't know the chickens can be supportive. But clearly, they look very supportive. Alice says, Gustav Klimt's work is just wonderful. The piece I'm working on, I'm planning to be a wedding present for myself and my boyfriend. Oh, amazing. Yes, I wonder, he's got a lot of very iconic, famous pieces, but they're so intricate. I think they're great candidates for cross-stitching, because very intricate. And also it depends on when your wedding is. Hopefully not too soon, because it would take a while to stitch. But then again, maybe you're about to finish. Rachel Morton says, I've seen 6 count Michael's craft store before. It's a children's beginner cross stitch. Right, that makes sense. That really makes sense. Yes. I think for kids, 6 counts sounds like fun. So Stitching says, I finished my last 11 count project last week. Treehouse bookshop. Oh, it's a stamp kit, is it? And Clara's stitching on the sun as well. Hi, Nerdy Rosa. Welcome. And Nerdy's working on Fancy Lady. So Renelle says, Yogi, I'm deaf, so I will not miss out and enjoy life. But I'm so happy that there's a caption. There's captions you can get live, because I know you can get captions auto-generated for replays. But the fact that they have live caption is just wonderful. I'm going to move down here. I'm going to travel a little bit further. Joy says, thank you. My daughter likes it. She named it Nugget Egbert. That's very nice. The first. Oh, does that mean it's going to be the second, the third? The sequel is coming up. Part 2. Yes, I think pieces like that, what Joyce has just done, has knitted, mostly I think people probably would try to do it with crochet rather than knitting, because knitting is harder to control, to create different shapes, right? So it's very interesting that it comes out really well. That's right, Alice. Geometry is kind of the word I was looking for. Yes, it's at the same time, it's so free, but also there are a lot of, geometric pattern built in. It's very, very interesting. And I think Egon Schilla's, I don't know, I'm not even sure if I pronounce it correctly, but his style has a lot of signature of that, but less blocky, if you know what I mean. His style is more sort of everything kind of just bleeding together, if that's the word. Alice, oh, good job. Alice says the wedding is probably going to take a while because we're both still in college. So I have lots of time to finish. Yes, thank God for that. It's not going to be in June or something like that. So you have time. You have time to finish it. Wonderful. And how together are you? You're in college. You're already planning weddings. Laura says, I'm still waiting on my 9-count kit from Dream Stitch. The parrot I finished last week was 10 counts. Yes, I saw that. It was so cute. It was tiny, wasn't it? And there's a 9-count as well. It takes a while to get shipping from them, I guess. And the interesting thing about Dream Stitch is even with a digital download, because I bought one pattern from them, I actually bought a couple of them, and because the whole point of digital download is that you download it immediately. You buy a pattern and instantly you can download it. But for some reason, for Dream Stitch, it took days. I don't know what I had to do. Did I have to put it in the basket and then wrap it up and then ship it to your mailbox? It was interesting because I think a lot of people were a little bit confused, because if you buy a digital pattern, you just instantly look into your inbox, or maybe on a website you can download immediately. But it probably took about 4 days for me to receive the notification that I've got it. So I don't know how that was done. It was very manual. So hopefully the physical shipping is going to be a little bit faster. Clover Stitches is working on my Hate 2026, 82%. Which piece are you working on, Clover Stitcher? And why me? I love the name. Yes, why you? 3513-24601. No, that's John Valjean. And why me says, I finished up my sweater. It is blocked. Now I got to weave in all the ends part. I really dislike it. Me too. Oh, you reminded me the parts of knitting I didn't like. But you're very, very organized. You actually do the blocking. I never did. I have tried to stitch a blouse, which I had fun to do, but at the end, I just kind of, steam ironed it, because normally it's good practice to block them out, the pieces, and before you stitch them together, something like that. And because all the pieces will be kind of the same size, the front and back are supposed to be the same, just even the stitches out. I always skip that bit. Maybe that's why all the finished pieces I've got, they all look slightly, iffy. And but weaving the ends, that. I don't really enjoy that. I don't enjoy that because there's so many. So I'm with you. You're not alone on that. Busy Mom is asking, has anyone seen the dollhouse cross-stitch pattern on Etsy? Which one is that? I'm too scared to ask, just in case it's really nice. It makes me want to stitch. La 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 la. Cover the ears. Cover the eyes. And Betty Hankins says, my last knitted thing was orange and white floating checkerboard for daughter in love. Very nice. What fabric count is that? I wonder. That sounds lovely. And Robertson. Sorry, not Robertson, Robert. Robert, hello. Good afternoon to you. Alice says, we've been together a while now and we're both planners, so we need to start organizing as soon as possible. That's very organized indeed. Normally when there's a couple, there's always one of them, they're more organized, and the other one is the messy one. I'm the messy one, okay? I'm the disorganized one. And so it kind of works together. But when two people are both organized, I wonder what that is like. Is there competition for, to see who is more OCD, who can line up all the tin food in order, alphabetic order in a cupboard? And I'm Unicorn. Hello, good to see you. I'm reporting from work club as well. Sending love to you from the work club. You're not alone. We have many stitchers watching, listening from the work club. Suzanne says Dream Stitch actually sends the pattern to you manually. That's why. Yes, I got the impression I just never seen it done this way because, you know, normally, even from Etsy shops, normally just download immediately. I kind of figure maybe it was a manual process, but it's very unusual. I've never seen it before. Whoops. Jacqueline says, I'm so glad to hear that about Dream Stitch. I just ordered a few patterns. It was curious what the delay was. Yes, I had to ask the chat as well because I never ordered from them. And I thought maybe something went wrong. And it turned out it's just, it was a very personal delivery to your mailbox. It's very sweet though. I'm going to do a yogi move because I'm going to take it over 3 stitches. It's probably too far for me to take my thread over. So normally I do a yogi move. Yes, Betty agrees. Yes, that rabbit one. The rabbit one I bought, it was just 24 hours to download it. For me, it was nearly 3 days or something like that, maybe depending on how busy they are. That's quite a lot of work, isn't it? If you have a lot of orders, you just have to process them one by one. Okay, 4 more stitches. Hopefully I can get away with it. A tiny piece left. I love the color palette here. It just makes me so happy. Betty says, I don't like the idea of blocking after each wash. Oh, do you supposed to do that? For knitted, particularly clothing. I definitely do not do that. That's why they don't last very long. You know, if I try to wash them, I think some of them got away with it if I wash them by hand. But sometimes you just get lazy, you know. I just throw in a wash machine and they just come out looking like, I don't know, dishwashing cloth after a while. Yeah, what's with our dollhouse? Sarah says you don't alphabetize your food. How crazy. I know, Sarah. I'm just not normal. I don't do that. I think for me, as long as the space is clean, I don't need to be. I don't need it to be super tidy. I quite like this kind of lived in kind of feel to it, and it gets me nervous when I go to people's houses and it's just so neat. And there are people like that, they just have everything all packed away, hidden. So on the surface, on the tables, on the desk, or whatever, everything just minimum items. But if you live in a space, it's only normal for things to be, placed in different places. I'm not sort of super messy, I do my best to put things in sort of where they belong within reason, but I'm not overly sort of, I'm not uptight about it. And I think my partner is a little bit more, methodical. That's why sometimes the plus and minus is good. Imagine if both of us are so laid back, or maybe two people, they're both OCD, it's going to be, hard work. 501. Here we go. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm drinking my naked coffee. Oh, Busy Mum just posted a dollhouse picture. Should I be scared to look at it? Am I going to look at it and go, well, we're going to start a new style tomorrow. Let's have a look together. And you'll be the judge. You'll be the judge. Let me bring it on. Oh, hello. Okay. Let's have a look. Let me show you. Okay, do not worry. I will show you. Here we are. There. So there are two different ones, is it? Oh, I see. That's very cute. But very high def. This is not a markup, surely. This is probably the illustration. Let me zoom out a little bit more. This looks more like a picture. And then there's another one, I think. Ooh, very kind of Barbie-like dollhouse. But the thing is, are these markups though? I'm always a little bit worried because you can't really tell how well it's charted. You know what I mean? This doesn't look like a markup because I can't see the stitches. But that's a lot of details though. How big are these? Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Very, very nice. Lizzie says, what is blocking? Oh, it's one of the things you do when you're knitting, particularly with, I think it's a good practice to do it for everything, even scarves, but particularly if you're making clothing, because they are stitched to be a certain size, aren't they? And I think the blocking, I can't remember whether you need to rinse it first or something like that. Basically just stretch them out using pins on a wooden ball or something, and basically stretch them to a certain size. So once there's everything's settled, all the stitches are settled, it stays in that size. But it's yes, and then normally you do that before you stitch all the pieces together. But I sometimes don't do it. Most of the time, so I don't do it. And I certainly don't do it after I wash them. Alice says, we're organized in different ways. So he's one to clean and meal prep. Oh, meal prep is very, very organized. And I'm the one chaotic, organizing, scheduling, cooking, alphabetizing the shelves, etc. So it does work out wonderfully. Right. So you basically you know, sharing sort of both sharing the responsibility of being super organized. That's really that's really nice. Let's see if it works once you have babies, okay? See if you still have the capacity to do that. Oh, I have seen my brother's houses when the kids were very young. It's like bombs being exploded in the house because prior to that they're super stylish, you know. They're always, you know, having dinner parties and you go to their places, they look like showrooms. And do it when baby, now it's a lot better because the kids are a little bit older. When they're babies, oh my goodness, you can hardly, you know, walk through the room without having to climb over things. So let's see how it goes, Alice. And Renelle says, there isn't caption on live, but when I watch the replay of the videos, I clicked on CC the upper right at the moment. And at the moment, I got my iPad and my mobile. I'm looking at the same time. So how are you able to listen to what I'm saying right now if the captions only appear on replay? Very interesting, because it would be a really good information to have, because we do have other stitchers, for whatever reasons, they rely on captions. I'm sure the technology is there for real time, you know, subtitle. I'm sure it's possible. Samantha. Oh, Samantha saying hello just before heading to work. Yes, hello to you, Samantha. I hope you have a great day at work and we'll be able to come home and stitch some more. Clara's drinking Diet Coke. Zero, no caffeine. Oh, hang on. So there's a no caffeine version of zero. So no sugar, no caffeine. I have stopped drinking Diet Coke. And I was quite surprised that I'm able to do that, because I've been drinking it. It has been my kind of guilty pleasure for quite a few years, I have to say. And the danger for me was gradually I just increase the amount I drink. You know, occasionally I'll go, well, I have one or two a week. And before you know it, I was drinking one a day. And I think the concern for me wasn't so much the caffeine, it was more of the artificial sweetener that I wasn't too sure about. So I was just thinking, well, if I have one a day, that's a lot of sweetener in my body, and I wasn't too sure about that. So I decided to stop, even though I love Diet Coke. Okay, I love Diet Coke, and I thought I was going to get withdrawal symptoms, but I just stopped. There was no problem. I kind of, you know, miss it from time to time, but I have not sort of been tempted to drink it. Okay. I might do a few more around in the surrounding area. Maybe. I'll do one more here. Oh, I forgot to turn on my 5x5 gridding. That's why. So it look a little bit different. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's a little bit of a Barbie style house, isn't it? So Busy Mom says that's what I was wondering. Yes, I think on Etsy, a lot of times there are two ways, two types of markup or images you need to be aware of, I think. One is maybe like what we just saw. It looked just, it didn't look like a markup. It looked like an illustration or picture of the image. So you have no idea how well it's charted, how it's going to come out. But also there's another one that, that one, the second one is definitely a fake, where you have images like the ones we saw, and then you can see gridding, overlaying on top of it. So it looks different from actual markup, because actual markup, when you zoom in, each square should have only one color, unless it's blend color. I don't know, but majority of the charts don't have blend colors. So each square should only have one color, but those fake ones, you see gradients within the blocks, because all they did was they have an image wherever they took that from, and then just put grids on top of it, overlay on top of it. So that's very iffy. So I am very mindful about that, particularly on Etsy or some websites. But otherwise, they're very cute. They're very cute. Cedric. Oh, hang on. So Cedric has question, says, Yogi, I saw something regarding Stitches So Beautiful Sao on your Facebook group. How, what, when? Can you tell me, please? Sao from them? I have no idea. I think, are they doing some sort of Sao? I'm not aware of that. I know they're doing a discount, but anyone knows can help out Cedric, because I'm pretty new to Stitches So Beautiful as well. So I don't know what they normally do. So if any one of you that knows, please help. And 8 Moon Faces is also drinking coffee. Yes, I call my coffee naked coffee, because literally, other than coffee, no milk, no sugar, no nothing. All right, next one. And following the colors, I'm moving down to the next row, which starting here, A98, 2 stitches. Actually, yeah. A98. Kelly says, I like the muted colors in the piece. Yogi stitching, not my thing usually, but it looks good. I know. Yes, I think there's a difference between whether you appreciate the image versus whether you would like to stitch it. So they don't always, go together. And I have a lot of images that I see in stitches doing that I think they're so beautiful, but I just know it's not really for me for whatever reasons. So yes, I totally understand. Because choosing a piece to join your webs, is like choosing friends, isn't it? It's a very personal and very intimate process, because whatever project you choose to work on, this type of projects, we're not talking about a few weeks or a couple of months. We're talking years, working with it. And so it's a decision. And I don't do it lightly. I have to really love it to want to stitch it. 898. Why do I see fire alarm? Callum, what are you doing? Are you trying to scare Yogi? Lynn says, Yogi, if I have the TV on and my phone is always behind the TV, when you were talking, what? So you're watching Yogi on TV, are you? Yes. Oh, right. Do you mean if you have a TV on and then you have the phone for chats and there's a sort of discrepancy in terms of the speed? Yes, it can happen. I think generally TV is a little bit faster. Yes, from my experience. I don't know why that is. All right, next one. 502. 502. So 502, I might take 2 pieces. And this piece is quite interesting in the sense I also get to stitch a lot of colors I haven't stitched before. So I've been adding quite a few new colors on my master set. Oh, never mind. Let me just take 1 piece. Callum says the last stitch is wrong. Which one? This one? No? Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that's right. This one, this little one. You're quite right, Callum. Oh, someone's watching. At least one person is watching in the chat, okay? So that one, I've gone, guys, I've gone 1 block off. 10 stitches. That's me. This is how I roll. So, Callum, can I have a permission to simply undo this stitch, right? Can I just, guys, I have no idea. The power tool is going to make its appearance, but dear, oh dear. Is it this one we're talking about, Callum? Can you give me a little wave? Can you tell me this is what it is and that's it? Is there anything else? There's this one, because this one's supposed to go up there. I just sort of cross-reference these stitches. So, Callum, may I have your permission to bring out the power tool? I think we need some special sound effect for power tools, like echoes and stuff. And yes, I think we may have to bring this powerful tool out. Yes, it's a powerful tool because it's a power tool. Yes, Callum, is that good? Yes. So I have Callum's permission, okay? Yes. Oh, close the eyes and headphones, everyone. Guys, you need to have headphones when you come to live stream, okay? 2 things can happen. One is that Yogi might break out singing happy birthday song. Those are the times maybe headphones helps, but also when this little tools making appearance, okay? It's going to be very loud. And new stitchers, if you're new to us, I'm so sorry, apologies, okay? Occasionally this type of operations need to take place, and I think when stitches are like this, the best way to remove it, okay, is this little guy. Not so little, it's mighty powerful. It may be small, and yes, it's very, very powerful. So Callum, watch this, okay? This is for you. Cover the ears, maybe cover the eyes as well, and keep the dogs and cats indoor, because they might run away because it's so loud, okay? Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna remove this stitch. And oh, yes. Well done, Power Tool. You did it. Easter Friday. Yes. Very good. Okay, now I can put it away. It's all safe now. Safe now. The dog can the little doggies can come out, and little kitties can come out from hiding as well. All right. So I'm gonna just leave that. And there's a long tail. Let me just cut it a little bit because I travel from there to there. Why, I have no idea. Yes, I just miscounted the whole thing. It happens. It happens. There you go. Crisis averted. Okay. Callum says the neighbor will complain of the noise. I know. I have sincere apologies. Okay. It was deafening, but it's done now. It's done now. The peace has been restored. Yes. Thank you very much for your cooperation, and all the doggies and kitties, parrots and goldfish. I'm so sorry. And yes, it's all good now. All good now. And Callum, thank you so much. All right then. Luckily, it was like, standalone stitch. So we just quietly, discreetly removed it. And Suzanne says, I posted a picture and mock-up from the dollhouse I got. Is that the same pattern? But is that charged by the same person? Let me have a look. So this is from Dawn, and Suzanne has posted a version as well. Let me show you. Is that a mock-up? This is a mock-up. It looks super high def though. How big is this piece? Is it generated by markup apps? Really? I can see a little bit of fuzziness, but I'm not convinced they're stitches. Does it look like a markup to you? So, or maybe, if Suzanne, you've got it. Have you actually got this pattern? Because I'm not convinced that's a actual markup, unless it's like really big. So let me go back a little bit. I'll probably miss a lot of comments. Oh, so do they do like a monthly sale? How does that work then? Are we talking about Stitches So Beautiful? Monthly sale, how does that work? Is it like every month they have a new pattern that you can stitch? Clara says, yes, they have. They do a sale every month when they give away the chart they display for that month. I believe cutoff was yesterday. Oh, every month they give away a chart? Really? That is so nice. That's a little bit like, the other company, the stamp company. They do like weekly. Oh no, they do weekly freebie. That's a bit different. But this one is sale. But how does that work? So they give away a chart, and you can download the chart and stitch with them. And they do it every month. So can you not just accumulate so many to get, like, if you do every month, do you not just end up with 12 charts per year? Clara say you have to stitch 250 stitches a week to do what? To get the next chart? 250 is not a lot. Even I can manage it. What, but hang on, that's 25 blocks, right? Maybe not. 5 blocks I can manage. My bar is pretty low. Right, Busy Mom says the cut-off stitch is so beautiful. It's usually the first of the month, but it doesn't matter, Sidri. If they do it every month, right? If you miss this month, you can just join next one. I think, no? Do you have to? I don't know how it works. Okay, so that wasn't the right one I show. Hang on, I'll have a look in a bit. And Clara's asking about knitting needles. What brand? Are you asking the chat? So I think we have a lot of knitters here. I do have a few set of really good ones, but I forget. I've forgotten the brand name. I'll have to look at. I'll check them in my wardrobe because I haven't knitted for so long. But there are a few really good brands, and I've got quite a few set of circular needles, and those ones that you could, you can have a different length cables. You can kind of adjust. It's a little bit like Q snaps that you can compose your length of needles. Clara says regarding these stitches so beautiful. So every month there's a new chart, and can you join like any time, as long as in the beginning of the month. So you don't have to join in the beginning of the year or anything like that. Clara says, today is the Stamp Stitch Club's Free Friday charge. Is so cute. That's the one I was thinking about. Yes, there's a lady on our group. I think is Louise, and she posts reminders from time to time. Not every week, but she does from time to time. I think she may be the owner of the company. I'm not sure. And it's a UK-based company, so. One. Hello, Lefty. Oh, Lefty's watching the not replay, but winding back. I always know when stitches do that, because sometimes, you know, some people like to watch from the beginning, right? And then even though we're still streaming, and occasionally I see comments coming through about things we talked about like an hour ago, and I know, I know you're watching kind of on a delay mode. Oh, Knit Pro, that's it. Mandy Moran. I have a lot of Knit Pro needles. I think they tend to do like a full length sort of wooden needles. But I also have a couple brands, I can't recall now. They're circular needles. They're quite good as well. I probably have Knit Pro circular needles as well. They're very good quality, yes. I just have not knitted for so long. It's completely off my head. Yes, Knit Pros, they make really beautiful needles. They're a little bit pricey, but probably worth it, you know, because a good set of needles, they last you for forever. And Suzanne's brand is it like? Yes. And there's one brand I really like as well. They do circular needle but metal. Let me see if I can grab them. I've got a whole set here. But I can't remember the brand name. Oh, this one. I remember now. Yes, I'm going to show you. So this set was actually my first set of circular needle, because at that time I was really into kind of chrome metal. Let me show you. This one. Have you seen this brand? Is it Addy? And they do needles like this, like a whole set, and you have cables. So the needles, they're chrome, like these ones. So this was my first set that I bought, I invested in. And I really like the metal ones. And then gradually I transitioned to the wooden ones as well. So I've got a couple of sets, but wooden. So this one is, whoops, Addy. I don't know, are they, so there are a lot of fluff there, but I can't remember where they're from. Are they Spanish or something? I can't remember. So, and these ones, they're different lengths that you can attach the needles. And they're really sort of glidey, a little bit different from the texture of wooden needles. Wooden needles, sometimes they start to, not wearing off, but because there's a lot of friction between needles when you're knitting. Sometimes, you know, there's a little bit of, you can create scratches, but metal ones, you don't. Metal ones are very glidey. But you have to like it. Some people probably don't like it. Hi, Maddie. Maddie says, hi, everyone. I'm just about to hit 2,000 on Fierce Beautiful Mini. Amazing. Great progress. So it's Maddie's birthday start. Suzanne says, Addy are heavy metal, but really just depends on what you like. I don't find them heavier actually because they're all hollow. They're not, these are very, they're hollow in the middle. So it's actually quite light. I don't find them heavy. Wooden needles are solid. They can be heavy too, particularly the chunky ones. But these are quite light actually. So they're not solid metal. Sound Stitching says, are we having members stream tomorrow? Tomorrow we are not actually, but because I have something I have to do in the afternoon, but we are aiming to start our Amy Sao a little bit earlier. So I'll post the schedule for you. But so we don't have two stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is one stream, and tomorrow is a little bit special. Just a very subtle hint, but you know, I won't tell you till tomorrow. And but we also have stream on Monday, just for next Monday because of Easter break. Because Monday sometimes so far for the past months or so we don't have Monday stream. So tomorrow single stream, but we're aiming to start a little bit earlier. Yes, the rosewood ones are very nice. Yes, I probably have a set as well. Okay, let's have a look. Next one will be this one, the airplane. Oh, all this talk about knitting needles makes me want to knit. 470. Maybe the next members get together, we can do a little bit of knitting session. I'm just finding excuses to knit now. Because last time we did a bit of a crochet, but we have not done knitting yet. 470. Clara says, I used to buy knit picks. Oh, the brand is called Knit Picks, which was circular and interchangeable, but connection was awful. And while knitting lace weight. Oh, right. So I'm not familiar with the brand, actually, Knit Picks. So, Suzanne, do you not think Knit Pro is good? Really? Ah, so Addy is German. Okay. They do a lot of metal needles. Hi, Cassie. Sidri says, Addy, sock wonder. Oh, well, Sidri would know something about that. Sock wonder. So there's special needles for sock knitting, is it? Wow. So the circular needles are also very nice. Yes. Are they metal as well? Do they do wood ones, I wonder? Addy? Or are they specialized in sort of metal needles? They're not metal. Well, it's kind of metal, but chrome. Oh, Class of the Titan was the birthday star, so I got mixed up. But Fierce Beautiful, yes, you've been working on that one for a little while, aren't you? See you later, Renelle. Enjoy your breakfast. Oh, busy mom is leaving work and is her twins' 21st birthday. I'm always in shock when I think about busy mom's got kids that's over 20. Just a busy mom looks so young. So yes, enjoy the party, and we'll see you soon. And enjoy your day. Okay, so these ones have more I can stitch. Can probably move it over here. One stitch. It's taking shape, isn't it? It's really pretty. Lovely pattern. Busy Mom says, Yogi, this is my last year being in my 40s. Wow, I couldn't tell because when Busy Mom mentioned she's got kids, I'm thinking about toddlers, like 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and I was floored when I figured out that she's got grown-up children. Very well kept, Busy Mom. Hello, Mary. Mary's from Scotland, and Mary says, "Love pictures you're working on. I know this is gorgeous. This is by an artist called Karla, Gerard. I think that's how it's pronounced. And this chart is from Stitches So Beautiful. And welcome to the chat." And this one The next one is 3347. 3347. So with knitting, I genuinely love circular needles. I try to knit everything with circular needles if I could. But with socks, you do need to have needles. Like 6 needles, I think. 5 or 6 needles. Little ones. Hello, Chrissy. Chrissy says, hello, everyone. Been here since the start of the stream and stitching on the old kitchen, Max colors. I've been stitching all week and on it and have about 6,000 stitches so far this week. You did 6,000 this week, Chrissy? So does that mean there's like over 1,000 a day? I think you're breaking the boundaries here. Off you go to the Alien Club. Sarah, you know what you need to do. That's amazing. And that's a beautiful piece. Yes, I'm stitching on that piece on a mini version and also 10 stitches as well. I do love the progress so far. I just need to do more. Oh. I'll probably do 2 more here. No way, Mary. Mary says, I have a little dog and his name is Yogi. Really? Wow. Yes, that's a great name for a doggy. What kind of dog is it? I need to know. Labrador, I hope. I love Labrador. Golden Retriever. Oh, right. So there are circular needles that you can actually knit socks with. I wonder what it looks like because the circle is so small. And yes, because generally I just prefer circular needles because I find the regular wooden needles really kind of, I just keep stabbing people around me with it. Oh, right, Sidri as well. Yes, circular needles. Maybe they're just smaller ones, are they? I need to get those. Chrissy says up to 5.8% so far. I'm loving it. That piece is so beautiful, isn't it? So I think full size will be so gorgeous. And also full size, the kitty you have on the bottom right there will probably be even more clear. I think that's worth it, totally. Oh, how not that was a quick one, Renelle. Cross bun in the air fryer. My goodness, hot cross bun. Very nice. Is that a snack or is that supper? Oh, here we go. It's food again. We haven't talked about food today. Hot cross buns. Oh, is it chocolate time now? Yeah, yogi and chocolate time. Hang on. Um, Mary says, Mary says he's a cavapoo. What's a cavapoo? It was 2 years old yesterday. Ah, spring chicken, totally 2 years old. A baby, really, barely out of the puppyhood. Yes. How lovely. What's a cavapoo? I think I'm about to learn it. Yes, it's chocolate time, isn't it? And yogi time. So, guys, if you're new to the chat, right? Today is the final day of our retreat week. So we've been doing a retreat, stitching, low fabric counts, and enjoy larger stitches for the past week. And every day, bar one day, okay, only one day was the exception. We have a spot of yoga. So, and the yoga stretches followed by chocolate break. So it's a luxurious all the way. Okay, we look after your body, your mind, and your stitches. So this is what we do here. So we're gonna stand up in a bit for a spot of yoga. Okay, so join in. Even when you go, well, I never done yoga. I don't know what it is. I don't care. It's just people doing heavy breathing. Come join us. Okay, it might feel differently today. You know, when we're sitting down a lot and just a little bit of a, standing up, moving around, and get the circulation going. And it's just great. Okay, so trust the process, trust the concept, trust yoga. So we're gonna do a spot of yoga. Okay, here we go. Let me just have a quickly look at the chat. Yes, I'm so happy. There's a doggy with the same name as me. Okay, yes. I was born with this name. Okay, so it's very special to me. So let's have a look. So let me bring on the yogi time screen right here. Okay, it's official. Guys, let's stand up. Again, I'm going to improvise and you're going to move with me. And no chat in between, okay? If you're chatting, I know you're not doing yoga with me. So come and stand up. Unless you have a very good reason not to stand up, you can still do stretches sitting on the chair. Okay, it's totally possible. And we're going to just move the body, get the circulation going. So guys, come on your feet and just make sure your surrounding is clear. So when you open your arms or raise your legs, you're not going to bump into anything. And you can stand by maybe a chair or a wall, somewhere you can lean on if you need support at any point. Okay, so there may be parts of what we're doing you need a bit of support for your balancing. So, but otherwise, make sure the surroundings relatively clear. You're not going to hit the cats, the dogs, or the furniture. Okay, so come stand up on your feet, and we're going to bring the feet roughly parallel with each other and hip width apart. And we're going to take a few deep breaths here and take a deep inhale through the nose. Just breathe in, just breathe in. This is what we do, and that keeps us alive. And let go of the breath through the mouth and let it go. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders, Soften the gaze, soften the forehead. One more time. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep breathe in. And let go of the breath through the mouth. And we're going to go 2 more times. Breathing. Take a deep inhale through the nose. One more time. And from the standing position, well done everyone. And take a deep inhale through the nose and bring the arms toward the ceiling and bring the gaze up as well. And reach the fingertips up toward the ceiling and gaze toward the thumbs, the big thumbs. So you're leaning back slightly if you have the space for the spine, a very gentle very subtle back bend there. And release the breath and bring the arms by the side. Release. One more time, deep inhale. Bring the arms up toward the ceiling and rooting down through the feet firmly. So you want to stand on the feet, fully grounded, and reach up through the fingertips, through the heart, through the spine, and release the arms by the side. Wonderful. And now we're going to come to some side stretch where we're going to open the bodies, our bodies through all directions, okay? So take a deep inhale, reach the right arm toward the ceiling, reach the right arm up and sweep the right arm to the left side. So we're come to stretch the right side body. And the right arm might want to fold forward or back. See if you can use the right ear as the guide and bring the right arm by the right ear and extend it to the left side. So we're stretching the right side body there. Can you feel it? Very nice. And keep the knees nice and softened. Okay, we don't want to overextend or bring tension to the legs. We're just standing firmly. One more breath. Keep reaching the right fingertips to the left. And the hips going forward, chest facing forward. And slowly bring the right arm back. And you feel the right arm has to do some work, right? With a stretch to the left. And we can roll the shoulders back a couple of times, both shoulders. And roll the shoulders forward a couple of times. Just reset. Very nice. And now the other side, take a deep inhale, bring the left arm up toward the ceiling, reaching up first. We want to keep the length of the left arm as we sweep it over to the right side. Nice and gentle, follow the body's range. We're not forcing the body to do anything that's not ready to do. And we're just introduce space and possibilities and invite the body to come through. And if the left arm is folding forward slightly, see if you can bring the left arm by the left ear. Use the left ear as the guide. And release the right arm down nice and relaxed. And keep reaching the left arm over the right side. The hips are squaring forward. The chest facing forward. And breathe. And one more breath here. And very nice, left arm back and roll the shoulders a couple of times, maybe forward this time to start with. And you can exaggerate the circles, make them really nice and big. And then roll the shoulders back a couple of times. You can move the arms with the shoulders. One more time. Very nice. And half sun salutation. You know, every day is a great way to start and great way to finish. And the sun is always there, even on rainy days, stormy days. Okay? Take a deep inhale. Feet fully grounded. Bring the arms up toward the ceiling, reaching the fingertips up and gaze up toward the fingertips, toward the ceiling. Reaching up, body so long and spacious. And release the arms by the side. And this time we're going to slowly round the back and fold forward. And keep the knees subtle bend. And if you have high blood pressure, low blood pressure, keep the head tilting up a little bit. And do it nice and slow. Otherwise you can release the head all the way down. And
Allow the head to follow the gravity. Come to a forward fold. And take a deep inhale. Come on the fingertips. It doesn't matter if the hands are not reaching the floor. You can bring the hands on the shins as well and come up a little bit higher. We want the back to be horizontal to the floor, flat back. And drive the crown of the head forward. One more breath. And exhale. Slowly release forward. Come to the forward fold one more time. And let go of the spine, the head. You can sway from side to side. Oh, it feels so good. And now rooting down through the feet firmly and slowly round the back, nice and easy. And we're going to come to standing. Roll all the way up, nice and slow. And as you rise up, bring the arms up toward the ceiling, reaching up. Make it nice and fluid motion here. We're going to go one more round. Reaching the fingertips up. Inhale. And exhale. Arms by the sides and slowly fold forward as you release the arms down. And come to a forward fold one more time. Keep the knees nice and soft. And take it nice and easy. Tilt the head up if you need to. And take a deep inhale. Come on the fingertips or hands on the shins. So we want to bring the spine parallel to the floor, flat back. You can gaze forward slightly. And exhale. We're going to fold forward one more time. The last forward fold for us. And let go of the spine. Yes, it's a form of inversion when your head is lower than the waist. And it's very beneficial for the circulation. Okay, one more time. We're going to round the back as we slowly rise up. Keep the knees nice and soft as you rise up. Oh, this is feeling good. And bring the arms up toward the ceiling one more time. And bring the palms together as you reach the arms up in a prayer. And you can come to micro back bend if you have the space for the spine. Lean back a little bit. Feet fully grounded. And slowly bring the body back to the neutral position. Bring the palms slowly to the heart center in a prayer. Well done, everyone. Namaste. Well done. No one is chatting. Very good. Very good. Very well behaved. Yes. Oh, I feel good. I don't know about you. I feel my circulation is flowing now. Not that it wasn't flowing before. It's flowing better. Well done, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. And of course, followed by moving the body, now is a little treat full of taste buds. You know, it's a chocolate time. So, and today, let me zoom out a little bit. I'll show you my chocolate. Chocolate time is also mandatory, okay? Just like yoga time. It's a must for us. So today, I'm having this one. Yes, I think I may have finished my cherry. I'm sounding very unsure, but yes, I think I finished that one. So today I'm gonna have the orange and geranium, my chocolate flavored, not chocolate flavored, orange flavored chocolate, and it's from my favorite brand, Montezuma. Okay, I'm still waiting for them to get in touch with Yogi and to offer free chocolate for Yogi. Free publicity every day worldwide, right? You know? Seriously, get in touch. And well done, Sarah. Yes. Namaste. And little chocolate here. So I hope you enjoy that. So this is going to be our final yoga session for this week, for the retreat week. So normally we do yoga. I think now it's part of our members hangout now. We introduce the yoga break for members get together. But this is special for everyone. You're welcome, Laura. I hope that helps the back. It's nice to just stretch a little bit, isn't it?
Yum. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee as well. Delicious. Oh, Diane. Diane says thank you so much to members, to the member who gifted me a membership last night. I do watch usually on replay, but I have just got my stitching of Queen Mary out and watch live yesterday. Yes, yesterday we gave away 5 free memberships. So well done for getting it. And Janine says we're having enchiladas tonight. What is it like? Is Mexican? And have avocado to go with it. Yes, I think Mexican food incorporate a lot of avocados, don't they? What does enchilada looks like? Is it like a roll? Like a roll with stuff in it and cheese? And Chrissy says regarding the old kitchen piece, I think Chrissy says yesterday I was stitching on garlic bulbs, and Bobby walked by and said, "What are you stitching?" Oh no, serious? Yes, it's going to be censored. Okay, it's a family show. But the husband walked past and say, "What are you stitching? Nipples?" I was like, you better check your glasses. Yes, time to go to Specsavers. I know. How do you mistake garlic bulbs to nipples? Seriously. I'm so sorry if the kids watching, okay? It's just a body part, no biggies, okay? You have them, I have them. But clearly, Chrissy's husband is in shock. Amanda says, my 14-year-old got excited chocolate time and is currently eating a piece. Yes, but Amanda, you have to tell your child, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, and you have to do yoga first to earn the chocolate, okay? Lynn said, Yogi, I've got hot cross buns. Yes, of course you do, Lynn. And cheese straws, okay? And a lot of cheddar. Laura says, I learned one more time does not always mean one more time. I used to go to a practice with a yoga teacher. She would go, because sometimes when you hold a position that's particularly challenging and you have countdown, right? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And because then the students know, if you start from 1 to 5, they don't know where you're going, you could go up to 10, but if you count down, they know you're counting down from 5 and they know what to expect. And I had this teacher, she had a habit which I resented. She would go 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, and 1. So you feel cheated. Because the whole point of you counting down is I know, from there are only 5 breaths. And she will repeat 2 like 3 times sometimes. Oh, I resented that. Hi, Rose. Hello. Rose says, hello all. Your landscape is coming along really nicely. I know, it's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I cannot see anywhere, any part of this pattern that is not beautiful. Really. Particularly flowers at the bottom there. I'm so looking forward to that as well. And I'm looking forward to that big orange tree. down here somewhere. Very soon. I'm going to get to it very soon. So I love it. Ah, Janine says enchilada is like burrito, but with enchilada sauce. Oh, so it's a type of sauce, is it? Right. It's probably spicy. All right then. While I'm munching on chocolate, let me pick one more color. And it's going to be 471. 471. I have to confess, I prefer the Black Forest. This one I like as well, but the orange, it's a grown-up orange, okay? It's a grown-up orange flavor. It's a little bit bitter. And sometimes I like it. But sometimes you just want that childlike sweetness, you know, like the Black Forest. But it's okay. I've got another block. I've got a brand new block waiting for me. Do not tell Mr. Yogi, okay? That block is for me. So 471. 471. Eamon Faces says enchilada. I think that's what we're talking about. It's a tortilla, usually corn, roll, filled with cheese, chicken, or broth, covered either with red or green sauce. Spicy. Oh, I like the idea of a green spicy sauce. What's in it? Is it like a jalapeno? Green chili. I love green chili, actually. I like red chili as well. I like fresh chili. I like the sound of fresh chili and the taste of fresh chili. So there are 4 stitches and Renault says you should have another YouTube for yoga classes. I know. I'm just way too lazy to film classes. And also personally, because some teachers, they do really well with Zoom classes, don't they? Particularly during COVID. I tried it. Oh, I just couldn't. Because I love live classes, in-person classes, where I'm breathing with students. So every teacher is different. Some teachers, they prefer teaching Zoom because they can teach anywhere and they can teach, you know, people from wherever it is. And they don't have to go anywhere. But I couldn't. I did a few Zoom classes and I gave up during COVID. I just couldn't do it. Sarah, do you not like beads? Okay, 4 over here. Let me see. And then we have 2 stitches over here. Eamon Faces says green chilies, usually jalapeno, serrano, and tomatillo. Oh, right. Oh, is it tomatoes? Mexican tomatoes. Oh, that sounds good. You know, like salsa. I love salsa. Tomato salsa. So Sarah, is that swan piece a kit or a pattern you have to you know, have your own material? I wonder. Laura says so. Cheese straws, enchilada, and hot cross buns are not on my list to get. Laura. Yes, Laura is triggered easily. Okay, if we bring up some sort of delicious food and she's going to rush out, she normally just rushes out and try to find them. So, have you found the cheese straws yet? It's been 2 days, Laura. Get to work, you know? You need to find them. Maybe not Marks and Spencer ones, but I'm sure you can find some really nice ones. Yes, the green enchilada sounds really nice, isn't it? I really like the sound of I like the sound of the sauce. I prefer green chili to red chili. I like red chili as well, I have to say. But the thing is, my relationship with chili is love and hate. I can't really handle really spicy foods, but I love the taste of fresh chili. So, you know. And the thing is, with fresh chili, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes they're really mild, just right, and sometimes not hot enough, and sometimes too hot. You just don't know. Do you get a sort of like a rush of, you know, kind of a joy in the heart sometimes when you're stitching a piece you really enjoy? You just feel so happy. I just had a little rush here stitching these greens. I just had that rush to my heart and go, oh, I am so happy just now. It's very nice when you get that. Oh, so sorry, it was a chart and you had to find your own material. Okay, I was wondering why the beads wouldn't fit properly. Because, you know, happiness can be so simple, isn't it? It's just at that moment you just love what you're doing. And I'm just feeling so happy. 934. 934. I'm going to take 2 pieces because I've got quite a few stitches. Laura says it's holiday weekend and spring break and it's all next week. So I have to convince my daughter to get at some point to go hunting with me. Yes, that would be a nice bonding experience. Both hunting for some cheese straws, you know, It's a mother and daughter bonding experience that you don't get otherwise. It's special. Exactly, 8 moon faces. You know, chilies are like chocolates, a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get, even from the same batch. Sometimes you get like warnings, not warnings, but they tell you, these are, they have one chili or two chilies or whatever. They give you some sort of indication of how hot. Those bird's eye ones, they tend to be hotter than those larger red chilies, but not necessarily. Sometimes I have like fresh chili that has no chili flavor, not even hot. They taste like red peppers. And some of them, oh my God, the same batch, you can have really hot ones. See you later, Alice. Enjoy your dinner. Jeanine, see? Jeanine says, I hope you don't shove this piece for too long. Why will I shove it, Jeanine? Here's a reverse psychology. I think when Jeanine says something like that, it's basically she's begging Yogi to stitch this piece every day. I know, I get it, Jeanine. Jacqueline says if you get fresh green chilies during a rainy season, it's more flavor than spice. Oh, does that mean they're less spicy or more spicy? Rainy season, but how do you know? Because the chilies are coming from different parts of the world, aren't they? And you have no idea whether they're rainy or not. So it's a lottery. And Moonfaces says 934 is actually the number for the whole background of the moon pattern I'm working on. 934, is it a grey? Yes. And she says, I have to buy a cone instead of a scans. I know, you can join Nikki. And where's Nikki nowadays? Where are you, Nikki? Seriously. And yes, if you want to buy cones and don't know where, Nikki is your person. Yes. I'll probably need a cone of 310 very soon. Rachel just came back from dinner, and she says, I thought you meant literal hunting, like in the woods. Laura, I don't know where you live. Maybe going to the woods, you'll be able to find cheese straws. Maybe they grow on, I don't know, on trees. Cheese straw trees. Janine says you will get all 25 count ones and forget about this piece. No, I don't, because even when I was stitching 25, 28 counts, I stitch my 14 count projects frequently. That's not true, Ginny. Do not worry. Jacqueline says less spicy. So rainy seasons made them less spicy. So can they literally wash off the spiciness in plants? That is so strange. Oh, maybe because they have more water content, so they're less spicy. Fascinating. So does that mean hot chilies are grown in dry places, as in less rain? And Janine, how are you doing with your stamp kit then? Your 14 count. Your squirrel, not, yeah, squirrels, aren't they? They're not rabbits. Are they rabbits or are they squirrels? No, they're bunnies, aren't they? Some sort of mysterious animals. Janine's stitching. Ah, so A Faces is clearly well versed with plants and stuff. And she says you pick cheese straws from bushes. Yes, that's perfectly that makes perfect sense. Yes, just pick them up, but you have to make sure it's the right season, right? That you can harvest them. Laura, you need to do some research, okay? Just Google where you can find cheese straw bushes, cheese straw plants, and make sure it's the right season for harvesting. Yes, when Janine's being positive, I'm always slightly, suspicious. And now Janine said, yes, you're right. I have faith in you. She's rolling her eyes as she said that. Susan says, I think we should have another 14 count retreat later in the year. Yes, maybe around the autumn, right? When the season changes. We definitely can. I'm really enjoying it. So those ones are done. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. And Jacqueline says rainy, more juicy. New Mexico chilies are much more spicy than Colorado chilies. Oh, because Mexico has less rain. Is that why? So they're not different types of chilies. They just they're grown in sort of different locations. Jeannie says bunnies. Yes, they look a little bit like squirrels, aren't they? Bunnies. And Jeannie says I have got a lot done with it this week since I was off last week. Yes. Oh, so last week was off, was it? Very nice. I'm definitely much I'm much happier with longer threads. You know, the Komari style stitching is definitely enough for me. I just like pulling threads really far away. One, two. Why am I missing one stitch here? Can I fudge? No, the color is a little bit different. Laura says, I think if I saw a cheese straw bush, I'm also looking for a stranger lurking around trying to kidnap people. True crime has trained me really well. Do you think bad people, they actually hide behind cheese straw bush? Oh, because a lot of the young ladies, they get drawn to those bushes. I see. Very cunning. And talking about true crime, any one of you watching any trials or crime cases? I'm actually following one at the moment. It's attempted murder, actually. I don't know. Maybe some of you are following it. It's a guy who's accused. He's a doctor, and he's accused of attempted murder of his wife. The wife survived, which is rare for this kind of, the kind of trials, because a lot of times the victims are not there to speak. And this time, the wife survived, and also they're witnesses as well. So quite an unusual case. And so I've been following that one. Now it's a defense case, and maybe it's going to wrap up soon. And the defendant actually testify as well, so it makes it, quite riveting to watch, because you don't get that all the time. I think there's one stitch missing there. That one. One, two, three. Okay. That's looking really nice. Ginny says they look like squirrels right now because I don't have the bunny ears done yet. That's why, because the facial area. That's why I was getting a bit, confused with my memory. Are they squirrels? Are they bunnies? Because I love both. All right, following the symbols. Well, in fact, I missed a couple of them over here. Sorry, totally missed these ones at the back. 520. So I must take note from Laura, because bad people, they tend to hide behind cheese straw bushes. Oh, this one's got quite a lot of quite a few stitches. So I'm going to take 2 pieces, one more piece. Suzanne says, I'm still following the 2 kids. They're missing out of Nova Scotia. New drama. Oh, I'm not aware of that case, actually. Kids missing. Oh dear, that's terrible. And two kids, are they related, like siblings, or two separate kids? And it's quite interesting because there are sort of trials being streamed frequently, but some cases I'm just not interested. You know, sometimes you're just drawn to certain cases for whatever reasons. You see, two. Oh, so it's been a year. They're still missing. So they're siblings. Oh dear. If you don't find them for this, amount of time, it's tricky, isn't it? And I think what kind of a lot of times I'm drawn to trials when they're interesting lawyers. They have a certain style and they're kind of interesting to listen to. Either side, prosecutions or defense, doesn't matter. I'm just I just enjoy watching lawyers doing what they do. But some lawyers are so boring. They kind of just trial by number and not interesting at all. So I've got a few more of this color. Oh, I think it's lily time. Hang on. I might need to come up with some food. Oh dear. Hang on. All right then. Give me a couple of minutes. Let me just go find Lily some food and I'll be back. Hello. I think we need a Lily time screen. Now he's happy. Janine, are you getting a new project? What is that gnome thing about? And guys, okay, it's official. According to Janine, only 3 more projects this year, and that's it. No more until next year. Hello? Sarah says no sound. Is there sound now? There seems to be sound from my end. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, Sarah says it's back. Good, good, good. It was no sound because I was away to tend to Lily. Lily was meowing for food. And when I say meowing, it's actually crying. Good, good. Okay then, let me end this one. And 520 going back. Lizzie says I had to be going. Is there going to be 2 live streams tomorrow? Just one. Tomorrow is just one, because I've got something I have to do in the afternoon. So, but we're aiming to start a little bit early. So last week we didn't get to do Amy's Sao. So tomorrow we're gonna do, spend a little bit more time there. So, so enjoy your evening and have a lovely rest. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oops. Ginny says it's another big stamp kit, or a big one as well. Ginny says I won't start it for a while because I'm loving the bunny peas. And remember, stamp kits don't count as new projects. Stays home. Janine, have you just made your own new rules? Because Janine, I think she bought a whole bunch of stamp kits, and then go, well, only 3 more projects. And then I think you started another one the other day or something like that. I can't remember. And now stamp kits don't count. Stays home, Ginny. Chat, do you agree? Really? I didn't know there were such rules. And let's see how long that lasts. 2 stitches with this one, 898. And it's a big one as well, as big as the bunnies. 898. Moonfaces says I have to make project rule for myself, no more than 3 projects at a time. Okay, I have to finish one of the 3 before I allow myself to start something new. So how long does it take? How frequently are you starting new project? For me, if I have rules like that, it will be eternity, like never. Okay, I don't know about you. See you later, Ronald. Happy Easter. Great to have you. Ginny says, I'm allowed to make my own rules. Not really. Rules have to apply common sense, okay? So, you got what kind of rules is that? So what's the point of having rules? You can just make your own, you know, like whenever. Ginny. Exactly. Moon faces. I agree with you. What's the point of having rules if you can just make up new ones and change the previous ones whenever you want? How about no rules, Ginny? Let's just face it. You're gonna have a lot of new projects this year, okay? We don't know how many just yet. This is only March, well, April. So how about no rules? Laura says, I ordered 6 kits from Dream Stitch. I'm pretty sure they don't count either. See? Bad influence from Janine. You know, now, STEM kids now, they're just phantom projects. They don't count. And do you count them towards your whips? Does that mean they're just sitting there floating, weightless? And you can have like 20 of them, but they just don't count. Oh, it's going unruly. We need some ground rules here. I don't know if we can allow phantom projects just floating around. 934, 934. Janine says, yes, I'm working on one of the Love Hearts from Stitch is So Beautiful and is going well. Yes, you have just started that one as well. So does that one count or is that phantom as well? I just need to know. I need to keep track of what Janine's doing. It's part of my job. And the gnomes are as big as bunnies. Oh dear. A giant phantom project. Susan says, Yogi, are you doing a new Amy Stewart? Is that what the surprise is? No. I think I'm going to park Heaven and Earth new projects for now. I'm not saying no, but I'm going to park new projects from Heaven and Earth for a little bit. I just want to explore other companies a little bit because I've got fair number of heaven and earth projects as they are. And tomorrow is not, yeah, well, you know, no hint. That wouldn't be a surprise, would it? If I just tell you now, Susan, that defeat the purpose of having surprises. Well, actually, I shouldn't build it up because tomorrow you're probably going to hear it and go, huh, you know? So maybe I should tone it down a little bit. Actually, there's no surprises at all tomorrow. Just an ordinary day. All right. Bad influence. Bad influence for Laura, Jeannie. What? Jeannie says no. Only 3 more. Plus, library of cats. What? Are you waiting for the supersized one as well, Ginny? That project should be counted as 4. 4 projects, that one. It's a handful. New rules from Ginny. There's stamp webs and they're not counted webs. Now she's got 2 categories. So next time when you ask her, Ginny, how many webs have you got? You know, craft your questions carefully because she's got loopholes there. Ginny Yogi, are you saying, hey, designs don't count? Yes. They're under the phantom category. Well, it's just that the past few years, you know, since I discovered full coverage, I've been pretty much stitching heaven and earth patterns. And through you guys, you know, through the chat, through the Facebook group, I discovered that there are many, many different companies. And I just want to kind of spend a little bit of time experiencing them, kind of give them, you know, some opportunity to be discovered. And so yes, so and also as far as heaven and earth patterns, I know they will continue to come up with many, many beautiful projects, and I might stitch some at some point, but for this year I just want to focus on exploring different companies. It's great fun. And I get to see you guys working on Library of Cats anyway. Laura says, I always like to try and guess which Amy Stewart yogi will work on Saturday. Well, yeah, you and me both, because a lot of times I don't even know which one I'm going to be doing until a few hours before, sometimes the day before, but sometimes I change my mind, even if I pick one. And I just go by feel just before the stream. I normally decide when I have to set up the hoops. So that's when I go, okay, I have to make up my mind now. But I've got so many. I haven't counted how many Amy Stewart pieces I've got, but I've got quite a few. Amanda says the solution is to just never count your works in progress, and you can never have too many and never need to limit yourself. Now, the wisdom of Amanda here, okay? Just stop counting. There you go. Exactly. I don't. I only count roughly when I'm pressed. When I go, how many, projects have you got, Yogi? And that's when I have to go and do a little count. Otherwise, I don't mind. It could be ranging from 2 to 200. Who cares? If I love them all, then it doesn't matter, isn't it? But what I do want to do is pacing myself. So I never start sort of 2 projects on the same day, or even 5, like Nikki. Nikki started 5 projects on New Year's Day. That I don't do. Because as I said, each project for me is like a new friend I introduce to my life. And I want to do it in, sort of sensible pace and give each piece opportunities to shine. So I'm not, I don't start new projects that frequently. But when I do, I love that piece, whichever piece I'm starting. Candy shop. Susan, you just have to mention that word, don't you? I have not given up candy shop, okay? It's still well within on my web list. I just have not decided what to do with it. I know. So every time I look at that pattern, I do love it so much. I'm just waiting for some sort of new insight to guide me, okay? Janine says, I guess the supersized max color of cats has been requested and will be another 3 to 4 weeks before it's released. I think a couple of things might be happening because supersized max color. So how do you know it's been requested? Has someone said they have done that? But also the other day, Janine, I don't know whether you were here when Heather, Turtle Stitcher, she mentioned that she asked Michelle whether it's possible to do a super size, meaning that split the chart into 2 and chart each half into a supersize pattern, and then those 2 patterns can be merged together. Janine, are you tempted? That one could be coming at some point. It will, the finished product will be as big as large as a duvet, okay? King size or Alaska size duvet. Alaska king or whatever king. Yes, but it's on the way, okay? So that possibility is here as well. I'd love to see someone stitching that one. The super king size. But it's better you than me. Laura says, I was thinking candy shop as well. Oh, I do love that pattern actually. So I don't know what I need to do to move it forward. Clara says, why Yogi, why don't you like about your candy shop? Good question. I did that piece. I don't know whether you remember. I did that piece on the 28 count fabric. And at that time, I was very keen on 10 stitches. And it was it the first? No, it was the second 28 count project I had. The first one was the quilt room, which is also in, on holiday at the moment. The Kim Jacobs piece. So I was relatively new to 28. I don't think the fabric count is the issue. Or maybe it is for this piece, because every piece is different. Traveling library, it feels very comfortably 28 count. And also my Gecko Rouge project as well, which I need to, well it out at some point, which is, I think 28 count is right for it. But candy shop, for some reason, I'm rethinking the fabric count, and also I'm rethinking the stitches. If I were to move it forward, it's possible that I probably need to change fabric count. And I think, I don't know just yet. So, I try not to overthink it and try to come up with a solution. I was hoping the solution would come to me. You know what I mean? Sometimes you wake up in the morning or, just before you go to bed, or maybe in the dreams, you get inspirations. It goes, this is the solution. This is what you need to do. I'm waiting for that to come through. Not yet. It's been waiting for a bit, but it will happen. I have faith. I have faith. So there's nothing wrong with the pattern. I love it. Every time I look at a pattern, I just want to stitch it. But for some reason, the combination of fabric count and the stitches, maybe they just weren't right. But I have to think about it. I don't want to rush into it, I think when I come up with a kind of a better solution for it, I will be fully convinced. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to analyze it. It will feel like, yes, that's what I need to do. So that's what I'm waiting for. Oh, right. So Candy Shop has a max color version now, has it? Because the one I'm stitching is regular colors and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I don't think regular color was the issue here for me. So I'm just waiting patiently. All right, and I'm gonna need some 3371. It's weird, isn't it? Because whips are alive, really. You can't really apply the same solution to all, and certainly within the same project. Sometimes it just needs to, I don't know. It's kind of, it's telling you whether it's working or not. Janine says, supersize max colors is way too big for me, especially I most likely won't live long enough for that one. I don't think anybody's worried about that, are we? Considering, you know, all the projects that you've got, including the phantom ones, I don't think the completion date is an issue here. Laura says, maybe just switch to 1/1 full cross. I did try that though, Laura. So I started off with 10 stitches and it just wasn't flowing. Or maybe it was the stitching method as well. I started from typewriting and then got bored of it, start going longer distance cross country. And with tent, it just didn't flow for me. Well, long distance cross country with tent just doesn't work for me. And so I actually at one point switched to stitching full cross. I just decided, and to be honest, the coverage wasn't that different. So, but in my mind, I knew I was only doing that because whatever I was doing before wasn't working. And I kind of just lost motivation to continue to do it. I could potentially do it full cross, but also I think perhaps the fabric count has to change as well. I don't think 28 is right for that piece for me. I could change it to 25 or maybe even 22. I don't know yet. I just felt like that piece requires to be, I don't know, it just needs a little bit more space for the stitches. Hi, young snack. Have we met before? Say hello to Young. Yes, happy to see you again as well. Laura says 14 counts. Yeah. You know what? That piece would look quite nice 14 count as well. I think that piece is gorgeous. 14 count, yes. Maybe the next retreat, you know, in autumn, I'll stitch that piece in 14 counts. Clara says, Yogi, are you using DMC or CXC? Are you talking about this piece or Candy Shop? This piece, CXC, Candy Shop, DMC. Oh, on Candy Shop, yes. DMC. I did 2/1 tent and then switch only for one session though to full cross. I'm not sure 28 count full cross kind of speak to me, you know. I'm not sure. I think I chose 10 stitches because I did some tests and the 10 stitches just look fuller in terms of coverage. And also I was really into tent as well at that time. I still am. It's just, you know, I want to pick the right stitches for the right project. Suzanne says, try 20 counts. See you later, Suzanne, 99. Thank you, Jan. Yes, it's a lovely pattern, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Very, how do I describe it? There's just something about, it's like a special world, isn't it? And this is why I love, I'm drawn to this artist piece. So everything kind of just look whimsical, but slightly different. Because everything is looking slightly, well, I wouldn't use the word of distorted, but slightly warped, but in a good way. It's like a dream world. Night night, Suzanne. One, two, three, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm kind of thinking the stitching method probably has something to do with it. I think I started to lose my direction a little bit when I started to go longer distance traveling. And with tent, everything just started to look kind of hard to read. And also, I find the stitches started to look kind of uneven as well. Because 1/1, the stitches tend to be quite neat looking. With tent, for some reason, it just didn't look that great. Whoops. One, two, three. Lovely. Next one. One, 6, 1, 6, 9. And I've been working on my needle point as well, the kitty one. I just can't pull it down, so I just find needlepoint so relaxing. It's almost like it's satisfying a little bit of the knitting, the kind of knitting desire as well, without having to knit, because you're working with yarn, which is quite nice, chunky yarn, and but you get to do 10 stitches, so it's kind of quite like hybrid kind of activity, and it's a nice change from working with threads like this. And also the patterns are quite simple, so I can just literally just when I have a few minutes just sit down and start doing 10 stitches, and it's a stamped canvas as well, so I don't have to refer to any charts and stuff like that, so I find it quite really relaxing to do. Janine says, I think most Amy Stewart pieces are too detailed for 10 stitches. Do you think so? 28 counts. I think the details are kind of okay. I don't think it's the details that trouble me. It's more of probably my way of stitching as well. If I didn't do longer distance cross country, maybe it would have been okay. Let's say if I do block by block, or if I did, I don't know, shorter distance, color flow or something, maybe it would have worked out differently. But I think I got ambitious and started doing longer distance cross country because I started from upper left, and if you remember the pattern there, upper left is all purple and brown tassels, and I got bored, so I started to travel down and try to stitch some pink colors, and that's when I started to kind of, you know, slightly losing my way. I think stitching method is kind of important, isn't it? At the right time. And Cassie says, I think, Cassie says, you probably didn't know I left. But I'm back. Oh, welcome back, Cassie. We missed you. Cassie says, I needed a nap. Now I'll be up all night. Oh, that sounds like a threat. Cassie. Yes, it's a Friday. Absolutely. Yes. Cassie says, it's a Friday so I can sleep. Absolutely. Do not ever feel guilty about a power nap. I love power naps. If your body is calling for a nap, go for it. Do not resist. Well, unless you're driving, okay? Do not recommend if you're driving or operating heavy machineries. But otherwise, it's your body telling you that you need a little, you know, rest. And I do a lot of power naps in between classes. It really helps. I feel like a new person, even just half an hour, 1 hour if I'm lucky. And just keep going. Yes, now Kathy is going to be up all night. Kathy is going to do a stitching marathon. Follow Kathy. Michelle, hello. Laura says, all my Amy pieces are 10. Exactly. It really depends. And how's your, Laura, how's your traveling library going? Because Laura is working on, I'm trying to think, is it 18 counts? 10 stitches? Or is it 16 counts? 10 stitches. So Laura's working on 10 stitches with 3 strands, I remember. Jeannie, that's not nice. Have you not seen Laura's web? It looks great. And it's kind of unusual to do 3 strands on lower count fabric because, you know, this is kind of one of the goals for the past week for this retreat is also to highlight the fact that you don't need to strain your eyesight trying to, you know, stuck with the notion that if you want to do this type of patterns, you need to go up to like 25 counts. There's no one says that, because I have come across new stitchers kind of go, well, I love to do full coverage, but my eyes are not liking 25 counts. They're too small. And I'm thinking, no, who says you have to do 25 counts or even 20 counts? You can do 14. Because a lot of stitches kind of equate full coverage to tiny stitches. And probably because, you know, practically it's easier to find fabric, right? If you don't want a massive piece, yes. You know, the only way to reduce the size is to go up with stitch counts. But if your eyes are not happy, your body is not happy, what's the point? And there's no rule saying that you have to do 25 counts. Says who? So Laura is working on 18 counts of traveling library, 3/1 DMC. Yes, I just dread to think how much DMC you need for the entire piece. How much 310? How many combs do you need? I think the advantage of me doing smaller stitches is I can conserve my my DMC floss. Because the difference between doing 2 strands and single strands are so vast in terms of the amount that's been sort of consumed. Cassie says, I started Kitschy Cute. I think it's on 20 counts, too small for me. I hated it. Now I have to start over and thought it makes my head hurt. Yes, it's just not worth it. Not worth it. Go to your, sort of the fabric count that you can stitch comfortably, because we're spending so much time on a single piece and you simply cannot compromise on that. You know, this piece is 14 counts. I bet is going to be so gorgeous when it's done. Whenever I finish it. Okay, do not hold your breath, okay? Just saying. At some point, it will be finished. Of course. And it amuses me whenever there's sort of new people come to the chat and go, hey, Yogi, how many pieces have you finished so far? I just look at them and go, oh, you sweetie, bless you. Oh, right, so there's one stitch I have not done yet. I need to remove it from my chart. Jinian says, I found a pretty big piece for 16 Ada at Michael's today. I do like 16 and 18 count a lot. I do like 25 as well for certain things. Yes, exactly. Mix and match. That's the secret of a happy life. Hey, passion for stamping. Says, good evening, ladies. Yogi, if you have to erase a part of your gridded line, is there a pen you use to erase? For these ones, yes. So these ones are, I'm using the blue pen from Clover. So these are blue markers with eraser attached. Even though you don't need it, it's It's basically just liquid, but it's probably some kind of solution for this ink. But also I have another, I just remembered, I have another one from Clover. That's eraser only. I rarely use it. I'm not even sure if it's still good. I can try that. So what you do is you can actually dab some water or just use, because these are water erasable, so any kind of water really. So with this one, for instance, if I want to erase this bit, let me show you. I just draw over it, and within seconds, everything is gone. So it's quite good. So you don't need to apply heat or do anything. You just either wash the piece when you finish the piece at some point, or just use, if you need to need correction, you just use either water or use the other side of the pen. So. Moonfacer says, I don't ask when, just know it will get done. Exactly. You know, time is just an interpretation of whatever it is. There's no intrinsic meaning to it. If you want to think that 5 years is a long time, maybe it's a long time, and for some people it might not be very long. It's an interpretation of whatever it is that we use to measure this time and space of this world. I think time is handy, so we know when to meet. But other than that, you know, it's up for interpretation. Very nice. Oh. Passion says, I tried a tie-to-go pen and it worked, but the chisel nib is a little broad. The Clover pen looks like something I need for myself. And yes, I'll give you one more option actually, because for 14 counts with the Clover pen, I can draw very comfortably. Okay, just let me show you another brand for you. You can choose as well. There's another one you can choose. It's called Aqua. It's from Prime. It's quite a well-known brand. And Clover is a super well-made brand as well. It's from Japan. And this one, I have no idea where they're from, but Prime is quite, you know, well-known in craft, and they do needles and stuff. They also have this pen called Aqua, Trick Marker, EF. I don't know what that means. This is like turning into a QVC, isn't it? Now look at this, you know. So we have limited discount in sort of, you know, in the next 60 minutes. Call now, okay? So yes, this one is a good choice as well. And the difference is with Clover, the tip is can be quite fine, but in order to draw for 14 count, it's perfect. I think up to maybe 20, maybe even 22, I say, you can draw in between the stitches quite easily. Okay, so it's perfect. But this one is a little bit finer, the tips. Can you see that? So in comparison, so they both are excellent, but let me zoom in a little bit for you, okay? So you can see, appreciate the tip size differences. And but this one, obviously, it's got more ink coming through, so it's quite easy to draw very easily. It flows out. This one is not bad either, but it requires probably going forward a little bit. Let me just draw it here. So this is a good brand to have. It's probably, you know, I don't know. They're both quite easy to find on Amazon and stuff. But this one I can draw, but I probably need to redraw a couple of times to create the thickness I want. But it's very good if you're doing higher count fabric. When the stitches are closer together, you can draw something that's very subtle like that. You see, if you don't mind the lines being a bit lighter. So this is a really good choice as well, Prime. And same thing, this is also water erasable. So with these lines, I can just use the same eraser. Just any kind of liquid. I don't think you need to use the eraser here. Just dab a little bit of water and it's gone. So these two are great choices, I think. The only thing I'll complain about these two are they don't come with different colors, because I love to have different colors to mark the center. So that's my only complaint. Otherwise, they're both excellent. I don't know why they're always blue. I wonder, you know, I don't mind some pink or purple. Passion says I'll take a case of each. Yes, and they last quite well, because sometimes when you start using the pen, they kind of dry out, but not these ones. It keeps really well. Cassie says, I'm starting a yoga latte. Oh, it's like a hybrid, yoga and Pilates, is it? Yoga latte classes this week because you made me realize how much I miss yoga. It's yoga and Pilates combined. I probably spell it wrong. Yes, I have been to hybrid classes as well. It's kind of done differently. It depends on the studios you go to. The ones I did, they were like the first part, you start with yoga and then transition into Pilates. But I think the true hybrid should be somehow blend together, right? Yes, that's fantastic, Cassie. I'm so happy. Yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? I think once you start, even just simple stretches like we do doing, you know, stitching live stream, it's like an invitation for your body to go, hey, your body can feel like this, even just for a short period of time. If you feel really good, and the body is smart. The body is really smart. If it feels good, it wants more, right, Cassie? And you've done yoga before, I'm sure, so you know how, you know, it kind of wakes up that part of you, and that memory, the body memory, that you know how great a body can feel. That's fantastic, Cassie. Yes, and before you know,